great.
So, welcome everybody.
I'm back.
So welcome everybody to the panel about gaming while black. Me personally, myself, I'm Ashley Lewis. It's nice to meet all of you. I've been gaming for like 22 years, which like, where did all the time go? So today's panel has JAMsketch, who is an artist and a Comics in Color alum. He's been a part of it for such a long time. And for the first time, we have Gene, or better known as TeCniSH, or Gaming. So you can find him on YouTube and Instagrams and all that good stuff. So today's panel is really centered around, I mean, it can be centered around whatever you want. But we're going to start off talking about how do we make space for people of color, or black people specifically, in this billion-dollar industry, and kind of just make a place for ourselves and really like make an impact. Like we've had Wakanda and then Wakanda Forever, and those were billion-dollar blockbusters. But it's been well known for a long time that exactly, for a long time that black media sells very well. And I know that being creative can be very difficult. And in gaming specifically, what do you guys think the landscape is for BIPOC artists or people who want to be in the gaming industry?
Oh, no, because you work for Epic, so it makes sense to go. Like, I mean, I'm a fan.
So what does the landscape look like? I could honestly say, starting from I've been gaming all my life as well, and just seeing like the growth. And I think we talked about this before. They had PAX, just seeing the growth of I should start here. Representation is huge to me, huge. And it goes back to childhood, like when I was drawing as a kid and I made my own characters. They were white for a long time, and without me even thinking about it, my mind was just conditioned like, oh yeah, your superheroes are white. Like not really. It's like subconsciously, you know, like your guy doesn't look cool unless, you know.
And that's all you saw.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like, you know, your Supermans. And
yeah, you're talking about G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Roblox. Yeah, only person. And
all that told me was, oh, okay, so if you make a team, they gotta at least be one black kid.
One black dude. But then, like, I think the biggest thing with me in gaming was like, I really needed to see myself like represented. And then anytime there was a chance where I was represented in the game, I mean, like it could be even early as like the arcade days.
Oh yeah.
I can even think about a game. It's very old. It's very old. I remember my birthday. I went to Dedham movie theaters. No, it's not there no more.
Shout out to Dedham, that old school one. Turtles one.
Turtles one
came back for 2 seasons of the movie.
Yo, there was this game called Crime Fighters, and it was like I think it was like the 4 or 5. Oh, look at you!
No, I think I'm wondering if Mapping Muscles has a playthrough of it.
Yeah, it probably does, yo. It's an arcade game. I think it's either 4 or 5 players, and they're all distinguished by like their pants color. So it's like red, yellow, and stuff like that. But I forget who was the black dude. But I know that anytime I was in the Dedham and I was playing that, I was playing the black dude. Like I wanted to play the black dude. and it wasn't like he had like a fro or anything like that. Like pretty much he had like, you know, like a regular like I don't know, like a perm, like pomade perm or anything, like and everything. But I still wanted, because I was like, oh look, that skin color's like me.
Oh man.
And everything. So that's the biggest thing. Like seeing myself like being represented in some shape or form back then was like really important.
Yeah. And I think it's getting to a point where we can at least say now it doesn't have a like, oh, throw them a bone feeling like it did back in the day. Like,
Right.
now like you get, like we were praising Nago Ryuki from Guilty Gear as a poster child.
Dog play Strive. Go ahead.
If you guys aren't aware, there's a game called, I'm a fighting game fanatic, so there's a game called Guilty Gear. Strive is their newest one. There's a character named Nago Ryuki. And again, I'm an illustrator. I work in characters. The design, when they announced him at Evo, they showed like the trailer.
So I
think I called my grandmother for no reason. Like,
first of all, he's huge. Like this dude's huge, right? And he got like the gear on, and it's like slashed like organic.
You look like he's from all of your favorite animes
put together, and he has locks. And he has it up in the top now, like me. Like, and
he has a cool man. I think we're describing you and
his mask comes down, like it is crazy.
The design, he has the dumbest sword ever.
And yo, his sword's literally probably it's like twice as long as his hand.
Sephiroth looks at his sword like, yo, that's too much, bro.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of black characters in games, so you're running off this character Strive. So are there other characters of color? So the thing I want to point out about this is that you feel like they're not throwing us a bone anymore, but when you pick up a AAA title, you're going to find one racially ambiguous, 3 black character. And then maybe some Asian characters who, like, you know, when you watch anime, and they're like, anime characters aren't Asian, and you're like, yeah. So, what does the game industry look like when you create something like Wakanda, where it's just, the characters happen to be black and they're just being themselves. That's not centered around it. And what is a game like that? What might that look like? And how do you think you will respond to that, right? Because you're so excited about this one character who has a great design, whose lips aren't, you know, Mr. Coco's lips. Which my characters are very often presented that way in games and anime. So you're geeking out over that they have given it the proper amount of attention that they give other characters. So what does the gaming landscape look like when a story is being told with characters of color properly? And sorry, I'm gonna add one caveat. AAA versus indie.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say that. You find a lot more of that comfortably in the indie space. More. The AAA guys, and it's funny because I started at Harmonix, and those are the guys that made Rock Band.
Right.
And I'm gonna speak openly, and I don't know, this may get out, and I don't give a shit. I might get, I don't need this. But when I was with, Harmonix is big because they did Rock Band, but they still had an indie vibe.
Right.
And it was definitely, it felt more loose there. Not to say, because Fortnite has a lot of representation in there too, so I can't really.
I think it's like Fortnite is pretty broad because like you got Dragon Ball Z characters and like Star Wars and
even the non-licensed stuff. If you just look at their OG characters, they're pretty. I gotta give it to them. They're diverse.
Yeah.
And they even check in with. There were times they checked in with me to see if like things were okay. And it's weird putting it like they did. Yeah, this happened once or twice. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wow. Okay.
And it made me wonder, like, is this? I can't be the only guy they did. Like, I'm hoping I'm not the guy they put tonight. You're the representative. Like, is this haircut okay? But it did happen a couple of times, and I didn't know how to take it because I look at the game and I see there's all kinds of characters in there. Like, you know.
I think the biggest thing, like, again, like I agree with you, Jim. Like, indie characters are indie companies have more, like, I don't know, like creative broadness to be able to create characters. There's tons of characters that are played in indie games that are people of color. And they're in like epic adventures, like almost like Zelda-like adventures and everything like that. But then when it comes to like the AAA, AAA game, I think there's a lot of corporate that kind of floats behind that.
They're so eager to play it safe.
Yeah, play it safe.
You know, and it's funny because we're getting in there with movies like you mentioned, Wakanda Forever. And to see that play out, like there are games to like a Deathloop.
Deathloop,
big black.
That's a AAA game. Deathloop. Does anyone know about that?
Dead Island 2, right?
Does anyone know about Deathloop?
Yeah.
You can tag back too. Yeah.
No, Deathloop.
Deathloop's amazing. So
Yeah.
Deathloop, the way it works is that you're this guy Cole, Blackman, all right? You're on this island where there's this machine that causes this time loop, that causes the day to run back every day. So even if you died that day, like the machine brings you back, all right? And he was part of security and stuff like that. But for some reason, he wants to go against it and everything like that. And then what happens is that there's another person, I think it's like a second in command, his name is Juliana?
Yeah.
Juliana, yeah. She's also black too.
Yeah, she's sister, yeah.
The sister, yeah. And then she's going back in the loop trying to stop you for breaking the loop and everything.
And when that game dropped, you know, it was a bit of a hit. And,
Oh,
you know, two black leads, and I got that Wakanda, that Black Panther vibe. Okay, hopefully this tells corporates like, hey,
you can have a
you
story
can do this, man. Like,
with a main black protagonist. You can do that.
Look, there's a game that when we're on this topic, there's a game that rubs me the wrong way. I don't even play it. I just see it. And please forgive me if you're a fan of this game. It's a game called Genshin Impact, right?
Oh!
Now, visually, I see this game, I'm like, oh, this looks beautiful. Let me check out the characters. And I'm just going through it like that. Wow, dude, this is like
My students like this game.
the visuals is what grabbed me at first.
Yeah.
So I go check it out.
Yeah.
But then, man, I was like, it made me wonder. And you know, my brother-in-law, he's a big Final Fantasy guy, and I love Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only one I beat from beginning. But he, you know, and I get in talks with him like, man, you know, every lead of every Final Fantasy is like,
Yeah,